Namaste. Welcome to my YouTube channel Happy Little Soul. My name is Yeşim. Today we're gonna practice Beginner's Yoga Part 2. If you haven't practiced the first one yet, click the link because we're gonna use some postures from that video. So let's begin Beginner's Yoga Part 2. Come on to the mat and let's begin. Get into a comfortable sitting position. Elongate your spine, loop your shoulders back, place your hands over the knees. Firstly, focus on your breath. We'll use belly breathing, nice long inhalations and exhalations. Now close your eyes, bring your hands in front of your heart. Set an intention for your practice. You'll start with a motivation. Now you want to make it a discipline. So you need to keep coming back to your practice regularly. With a smile, open your eyes. Now, let's get into the child pose. Hips over the heels. Stretch your arms in front of you. Put the head down if you can make it. You can use a block if you're struggling with the child pose. Underneath your forehead. Inhale, raise your head and look at between the hands. Exhale, bring the head down. Inhale, look at between the hands. Exhale, bring the head down. With next inhalation, start bringing your shoulders over the wrist, roll the spine. When you bring the shoulders over the wrists, start sending the hips all the way up, drop the belly down, open up your chest and look up and bring the hips over the heels back. And the last, bring the head down. Again, same, inhale, shoulders over the wrist, roll the spine. When you reach over the wrist, start sending the hips up, drop the belly down. As you open your chest and looking up, bring the hips over the heels. One more time. Inhale, shoulders over the wrists, roll the spine, push yourself away from the floor. Inhale, send the hips up, drop the belly down, open the chest. As you're looking up, bring the hips over the heels. This time, start bringing your shoulders over the wrist. Same again, roll the spine. When you reach over the wrist, come to the natural position, natural spine. Tuck the toes in. Take the knees off the floor. Bring your hips over the heels. Send the hips all the way up into downward facing dog. You remember from the first video, we are not trying to open the back of the legs first. Focus on the spine, and then if you feel flexible, more flexible today, you can start bringing the heels towards mat. Now, walking in the dog, pedaling, one leg stretch, the other knee is bent. One more breath. And walk towards your hands, between your hands. Try to keep the legs stretched if it is possible. Your feet 1 fist distance apart. You can slightly bend the knees. Cross the arms and dangling your spine from your hips. Relaxing your neck and rock yourself from side to side. Decompressing your lower back. Come back to the center. Bring the hands down. Drag your hands over the shins. Stretch the legs. Inhale, lift the chest up into halfway. Exhale, bend down. Inhale into halfway. Now stretch your arms side of the ears. With the exhalation, start raising up very slow, very gentle. Bring the palms together over the head. Look at your palms. Exhale, bring the hands in front of your heart and arms side of the body. At the top of the mat, with the next inhalation, take a big step with the right foot back. Place on the mat. Now, we will go for the warrior one pose. For the alignment of the feet, your heels in line with the hips bone. So your hips bone here, left foot underneath the left hip bone, right foot underneath the right hip bone. From here, when I take a big step, it's going under this direction. If you place your right foot outside, you will struggle. If you bring it too much inward, again you will struggle to find a balance. Now, turn the hips front of the mat. Bend the left knee. You're still slightly turning right. Now, send the left hip back. Now your hips square with the mat. Now spread the arms to the sides. Inhale, send the hands over the head, palms together, and look at the between the hands. Now here, maybe you are somewhere here. Don't worry about sinking in the pose. The main thing in this pose, turning your hips forward, chest forward. Now, in time maybe you can sink deeper, maybe you can make a little back bend, but not today maybe. So, stay here for 2 more breaths and use the belly breathing. It's so easy to forget about the breath. With the next exhalation, maybe sink a bit down in the pose. Inhale, hands into the shoulder height. Turn the body over your right into warrior 2. For the warrior 2, arms at the same level, body is in the middle. Without shifting forward, bring the body in the middle and look at your left hand. We'll stay here 1 more breath. Again, focus on the breath. You can check the arms position. Maybe your right arm is going a little bit down. Bring it at the same level with the shoulders. With the next exhalation, turn the left palm up to the sky. Take the left hand over the head, right hand over the right leg. And keep the chest open and look up. In the reverse warrior, we'll stay here 1 more breath. Nice long inhalation and exhalation. Now start raising back into warrior 2. Turn the body forward. Bring the hands down. Place on the mat. Turn the right foot forward. Bring the right knee down. Come over the fingertips. Now we are in the horse riding position. Left knee is over the left ankle. Right knee is behind the hips, not under the hips. If you notice that, you can send the right knee back. So it's very nice hip opener pose. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, chest open and look forward. With the next exhalation, hips over the right knee, stretch the left leg, flex the left foot into half split. Try to keep the spine straight. Inhale, come back into horse riding and look forward. 1 more time. Exhale, hips over the right knee and look down, elongate the spine. Inhale, horse riding. Bring the palms down, take the right knee off, send the left foot back into downward facing dog. Now it's a resting posture. Neutralize your breath in this pose. You can stay as long as you wish. We'll stay 2 breaths. With the next exhalation, shoulders over the wrists, heels behind the toes. Strongly press and push yourself away from the floor. And now shift the body forward. Start bringing your chest down into chaturanga. Full body down on the mat. Inhale into cobra. So your elbows side of the body and not pushing through your hands. Hands are free here. Exhale, palms down, hips over the heels, and from here send all the way up into downwards facing dog. And walk towards your hands. Try to keep the legs stretched. Inhale into halfway. Exhale, bend down. Inhale, halfway. Stretch the arms side of the ears and slowly rolling up into upward Namaste. Palms together. Very slight back bend. Exhale, hands to the heart and hands down. Now we'll do the same posture with the left side. So I will stand here to show you the postures. With the next inhalation, take a big step with the left foot back. Place down on the mat. Your heels in line, your left big toe is pointing the left corner of the mat. Turn the hip to the front of the mat. Bend the right knee. Now stand the right hip a bit back. You will be completely facing forward. Spread the arms. Inhale, send the hands over the head. And look at between the hands. Inhale. When you are exhaling, sink in the pose. Maybe physically, maybe just energetically feel that you are in Warrior One pose and you are in balance. You are strong and you are in peace. With the next exhalation, bring the hands into shoulder height. Turn the body towards your left. Arms at the same level. Body is in the middle into Warrior Two pose. And look at your right hand. Inhale. With the exhalation, sink in the pose. Now, turn your right palm up to the sky. Take the right hand over the head. And bring the left hand over the left leg. And chest open, look up again. In the reverse warrior pose. Inhale, come back. Warrior Two. Turn the body front of your mat. Bring the hands down. On the mat. Turn the left foot forward. Bring the left knee down. Now check the alignment of the body. Right knee is over the right ankle. Left knee is behind the hips. Inhale, come over the fingertips. Elongate the spine. Roll the shoulders back and look forward. Exhale, hips over the left knee. Stretch the right leg. Flex the right foot and look down. Inhale into horse riding. Right knee is over the right ankle. Chest open, look forward. Exhale, hips back into half split. Flex the right foot and look down. One more time, come back into horse riding. Palms down. Take the knee off the floor. Send the right foot back into downward facing dog. One more breath, stay here. Exhale, shoulders over the wrist into high plank. I said high plank, but you can bring the knees anytime when you need. If you struggle to stay long in the pose, we'll stay here for one breath. So push yourself away from the floor. Engage the core, squeeze the glutes, and look at between the hands. Exhale, shift the body forward. Hug the ribs with the elbows. Bring full body down on the mat. Inhale into cobra. Exhale into child pose. Now take a rest here, a couple of breaths. And you can stay here as long as you wish, as long as you need. Don't drop the elbows down. It is really still active pose. Keep the arms straight. Inhale. Send the hips. First come to the all fours, then send the hips all the way up into downward facing dog. Now, send the right leg all the way up. Bring your right knee to the chest. Place your right foot outside of your right hand. If you can't make it in one go, place first wherever you can. Then with your hand you can help or maybe crawl forward. Now, your arms, your wrists still in the shoulder distance apart. Bring the left knee down. We are going to lizard pose. So for this posture, the main thing is right knee is over the right ankle, and you can stay over the hands or over the fingertips, or you can use a block here. So we'll stay in this pose for 2 breaths. With every exhalation, relaxing the pose and feel the pose. Now, inhale, send the right hand all the way up into twist, lizard twist. Exhale, bring it down. Take the knee off the floor. Send the right foot back into downward facing dog. Stay here for a breath. Listen to the body always. It will tell you the limits. Inhale, send the left leg all the way up. Keep the hips square. Bring your left knee to the chest. Place your left foot outside of your left hand, or again, wherever you can, and then maybe crawling forward, maybe with the hand. You can support, you can help. Bring the right knee down. Left knee automatically come to the over the left ankle. Elongate the spine, chest open, look forward. Either over the fingertips, maybe over a block, or over the palms. We'll stay here for 2 breaths. Use the belly breathing. Inhale, send the left hand all the way up into a lizard twist. Exhale, bring it down. Take the knee off the floor. Send the left foot back into downward facing dog. Now bring the shoulders over the wrist into high plank. Shift the body forward, bringing the chest down, elbow side of the body, full body down on the mat. Inhale into Cobra, activate legs and glutes. Hands are slightly touching or maybe not touching on the mat. Exhale, palms down, hips over the heels into child pose. One more breath. Now walk your hands back towards yourself and come to a sitting position. Bring the hips down, stretch your legs in front of you. Come to the L shape sitting position. Elongate your spine, flex the feet. If you struggle to sit like this, either you can place something underneath the glutes or you can bend your knees slightly. It will help you to elongate the spine. Now, stand the hands over the head, stretch up, but when you are doing this, don't crush the neck, roll the shoulders back and arms side of the ears. With the next exhalation, we will make a forward bend. Don't try to bring the arms or head down. Keep your arms side of the ears always during the pose. Just try to bring your chest down. Exhale, make a forward bend with the chest. Stay wherever you are. Don't force the body. Just take a nice long deep breath in. With the exhalation, you can check if you have any space. Maybe you can sink in the pose a bit down. Again, stay here. Inhale. With the exhalation, you can sink in the pose. And we'll stay here for 2 breaths. Don't try to force the arms down, head down. Try to keep the chest down over the legs. Inhale, start raising up. Exhale, hands down. Now, come to the laying down position. We'll go for the bridge pose. Place your heels close to the hips. Your fingertips are touching to your heels. Exhale, lift the hips up. Bring the hands underneath your glutes. Interlace your fingers, stretch the arms, roll the shoulders inside. So every time when you lift the hips up, your knees come in over the ankles. Try to keep the knees together as if you are holding a block between the thighs. And every exhalation, you can try to lift the hips a bit higher. Again, just try to find your maximum point, not forcing the body. In this pose, don't change the neck position. Keep it stable. Slowly bringing your hips down, releasing your hands. Bring the knees next to the chest, hug the legs. And rock yourself from side to side. Come back to the center. Bring your knees over the right side. Open the left arm to the left and look at your left hand. Shoulders on the mat. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale for the other side. Knees over the left. Right arm to the right and look at your right hand. Come back to the center. Hug the legs one more time. Bring your head close to the knees. Inhale, head back, Stretch the legs, bring the legs down on the mat. Turn your palms up to the sky, close your eyes. Focus on the breath, relax your face, relax your jaw, soften your chest. You can stay here in Shavasana pose as long as you wish. You can pause the video here, or you can turn the body over the right side. Bring the knees next to the chest. Place your left hand down on the mat and bring yourself into sitting position. Now come to the sitting position. Elongate the spine. Keep the eyes closed. Bring your hands in front of your heart. Take a moment to feel gratitude for your practice, for your time, for your energy, for your joy. And thank yourself for your practice. You've been great. You complete a full sequence. And gently open your eyes. Thank you for watching me. If you enjoy, please give me a like and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and see you on next videos. Thank you. Namaste.